Most of the domestic firms wouldn't bid it, didn't even get back to me. A few of them got back and said, well, all of them pretty much got back and said they needed the Gerbers. They needed the layout of the layers of the circuit board. I don't know what a Gerber was, but I knew they needed to do something. So what I did is I sent an email back to each one of them saying, by the way, since I don't know your equipment, if I gave you a very tight engineering spec on that circuit board, I know you bid it, but you might bid it higher than you need to because it might not be the most productive way to use it on your equipment. Sounded good to me. Well, I'd say, but the Chinese come back and said, fine, and they emailed me the Gerbers and the layouts for that circuit board, no cost to me. So thank you very much. Looked at that, and they also made us a pretty good deal on that, and I said, well, I'm going to work on it. Meanwhile, the domestic firms wouldn't even bid it, didn't even give us any kind of estimate. In that case, thank you, email, they came back to us and said, well, we can make this, and well, I'd like to see some samples. They came back and said, well, okay, $89, we'll give you free of each. That's great. How quick do you want your money? And they said, well, they got a rep in Florida, get the money to him. Just happened to have a friend that was meeting with him the next day on another plastics project. And so I said, one of my associates was looking for money. That worked out fine. 3 weeks later, we got the circuit boards, we got the design. They gave us the samples, they worked fine. They even gave us terms, 50% up front, 50% 30 days after we received the material. Pretty sweet coming from China. Anyway, the circuit boards go in. The way we designed our blade here is, like we're talking about, cable, typical TV, or it might be high-speed broadband, 2 phone jacks, because you never know, and 1 network connection. Now you've got cable, 2 phones, network. So no matter which way technology goes, whatever service provider you're going to use, you're covered. Plus, why would you want a hole in the wall for that when you've already got a hole in the wall for power? Where would you have a TV, telephone, or computer, you didn't need power. This makes it very simple. Screws down to one side. The side of your electrical box uses the separation required by code, and this just comes with a nasty hole in the wall. And there you go. And it's separate wires. The wire is also made for us. We use domestic wire for a lot of years. It's category 5E and RG6 coax webbed together. It has our name on it. The domestic wire got to the point that not only just getting expensive, we'd be rolling out sections for other manufacturers. We'd find lumps in it. What the heck is that? Cut it open, they replaced it, and twisted the coax. Just couldn't live with that quality. We ended up having to test every 1,000-foot reel of wire we got. We have never had a quality problem with a supplier that we're using right now. But it's the same China supplier that uses for belting and all the big woods. Wire. Plus, we think it's a real good deal. But wired circuit boards, go to China, and everything else we try to get domestically where we can. All our stickers, we have this style where this plugs together. The nice thing here for the manufacturing housing, we listen to our customers. Originally, we came up with a way to go, this works good for conventionally built. They buy the wire like this, get 1,000-foot reel, and strip it off. When you strip it off, you get the various colors. We came up with this, so all they have to do is a little sticker there with the color, slide the wires in, push the button down. No special tool, no special connection, match by color, put it down. We thought that was great. Factory housing says, you know, our guys don't like to mess with that with the wire, and they're going to get those colors messed up because it's on Monday, you know. So they said, couldn't you make it where it plugs together? I said, sure. So what we did is we came up with the wire, we pre-terminated coax connection and our J40 pump standard jack, and we make it in 10-foot, 20-foot, 30-foot, all the way up to 100-foot lengths. We put plastic baggie over, we got a sample back down for baggie over here with a number with how many feet in that roll, box them up that way, and they buy it by lengths. So now I can go down to Lillington to the Champion plant down there, they get our product laid out, and they'll grab a plate that has the plug-in. They take the wire, all they have to do is plug it in, screw it on. Their guys don't have to strip any wire, they don't have to touch anything, very easy for them. They run the other end back into our connector box, same thing, plug it in, screw it on, you're good to go. Now if the home buyer wants to plug in their network router, do anything they got. Very simple, low cost, easy way to go. They can do a 4-location home. That's 4 locations, faceplate, all connections to wire. And when it's a 2-section home, the plates in this section, the connector boxes in that section, well, they just run the wires to one common point. They could run the wire all the way, but you got to drive those trucks real close together on the road. So what they got to do is they run the wires in section where we have what we call a crossover kit, which has a double female clip together and a double male twist on it. So I have the house with the tags to put on those. They just clip together, the house is done. We put our phone number on the sticker on the door of the box, as well as on the outside of the house, where the wire is. So if there's a problem, technical problem, we will call us. Because they don't answer the questions, our dealers don't know anything. And we don't get any calls because it's too simple.